Okay, so hi everyone, my name's Kim. I'm a physiotherapist and has been working as a physio for about 20 years now. Currently, I work at the Singapore Institute of Technology as an associate professor and also director of programs for the Health and Social Sciences cluster. I specialize in neurophysio. I also hold a part-time appointment with the Ministry of Health under the Chief Allied Health Officer's office, and I'm also the president of the Singapore Physiotherapy Association. So it was kind of not planned. When I was about 15 years old, I really wanted to quit school, so I was not doing well. And I remembered my form teacher was calling my mom quite a few times across the year to come down to speak to her. So I wanted to quit school and be a hockey coach because I was very intense about hockey. So I will, train myself day and night, and instead of studying my books. So it was actually my mom that convinced me, to become a sports doctor, but it's the same as a physio. So then she said, then you can do both, be a physio and also a hockey coach. So that was why I stayed in school and then worked towards being a physio. Yeah. So I had to think a little bit about this because I don't feel like I've quite made the change that I want to see it in my career. But I think there were small achievements. So I'm proud of myself every time when I decide to do something that's quite hard and quite new. So things like finishing my PhD, teaching at a university. So these were all dreams that I had when I was about 20 years old and just starting out. But I would say the most recent achievement, I suppose, would be to develop and roll out the curriculum to help rehab professionals to roll out the National One Rehab framework here in Singapore. So we're rolling out something that will ensure that the patients will get the right care at the right time across 6 different conditions. So we have stroke, spinal cord injury, amputations, musculoskeletal, hip fracture, and also deconditioning. So the framework consists of standardized clinical care pathways across the rehab settings and also the collection of standardized outcome measures for these 6 conditions. So we have been running that training for about, I think, 3 years now. So we'll end soon in March 2025. So I mean, it's always a big feat, in training the nation to ensure that the outcome measures are collected in a standardized manner. The other part of my job with the KAHU office is also developing the Singapore Stroke Rehab Guidelines. But with regards to the training curriculum for the National One Rehab framework, it's more to teach the rehab professionals how to code the rehab conditions, so to ensure that they have the right code tagged to it, and then also to assign the rehab tiers, which is rehab needs classification, and then also to collect the standardized outcome measures, things like work balance scale, 5 times sit to stand, modified Bartel index, yeah. So I think the biggest change for me would probably be the research in the area of stretching. And actually, that was why I got into my PhD. So as we all know now, there is high quality evidence that stretching does not prevent or reduce contracture in the neurological population. Back in the past, what we were taught was that we would do stretching, and then so we would subject our patients to 30 minutes of intensive stretching, whereby the joint is positioned at the end range. But now we know that doing this does not quite prevent or reduce the contractures. So we have also changed our practice in the sense that it's not that we no longer do stretching, but it's kind of like the 3rd line of treatment. You will probably focus first on strengthening the muscles in a lengthened position. You would think about regular positioning, whereby the joint is at neutral joint range. And then after that, the 3rd line of treatment would be prolonged stretching. So I think that is the biggest change, and I think that was what got me into doing my PhD with Rob Herbert and Lisa Harvey, because I was just so shocked at the evidence. You know how we teach the students, half of what we teach you is correct, half of what we teach you is wrong, but we don't know which is which. and by the time you graduate, things could have completely changed and it could be the opposite. I think we will, there will be a real push towards delivering personalized complex intervention. I think we're going to move into the field of behavior change, and I'm sure quite a lot of us are already doing research in that area. But I mean, testing it in research is one thing. Implementing it to ensure that all of the clinicians do it in a standardized manner that is effective and truly personalized to the patient it will be another, big task to overcome. The second thing will probably be the use of AI. To help us with our decision making and also in the development of guidelines. I know some researchers are also looking into that. So using AI to appraise the evidence, to check that that the guidelines is backed up by the latest research evidence. But in terms of because if you do use grade to develop your guidelines, it's not just about the quality of evidence. It's also about your stakeholders' opinions in terms of their values and preferences, and also to think about the available resources that you have. So I suppose you still need that human touch. It's just that AI will help us to make that to appraise the quality of evidence a lot faster. So what I usually share to new physio graduates is to try to focus on getting better, not bigger, because I think sometimes the young ones, when they first start out, there's that rush to get that money, that position or that status, but if you focus on kind of what's in your hands and doing that well, the rest of the other things will come. And you'll find that if you have the attitude and you are faithful with what's in your hands, you will never be short of a job offer. So I'm an avid PEDro user, so it's not difficult for me to answer the question. So I've used PEDro as a clinician, but also as an academic and as a researcher. I tend what I would do is if I want to know the latest research evidence on a particular area, I'll go to Cochrane first. Then after that, I'll go to PEDro to look for the latest randomized control trials published after the Cochrane systematic review. So I think PEDro is important because I think it helps me to locate the high quality evidence in a shorter time. Then that would, of course, influence what I teach and also influence the treatments that are being delivered.